She was practically born on a tour bus, music all around her. My good friend, can I even say that? See, I say that all the time, but I'm not sure. My good friend, Larissa, on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting worldwide on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com.
Hello, dorks of the world, and waba to all. That zombie apocalypse is quickly approaching, kiddies. Right this minute is the best time to look for the closest dork safe house. Why don't we ask little emo Timmy where he's gonna go when the zombies come a-knocking? Oh, wait, look at that zombie go, eating what few brains little emo Timmy had left in his head. Remember, be a dork, be proud, be hip, and waba. Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of that right back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a party book and the play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. It is just freaking beautiful outside. And I'm inside doing interviews all day. I mean, of all days for me to pick, no, I love what I'm doing, but I should have done it outside. I think that would have probably been the best plan, because see, I don't think about these things, because I just think so narrowly sometimes. But Lacey, that I'm going to have on the last show, she said she might be at the park during the broadcast, and I didn't even think about it until she said that. I could have done this outside, probably. Well, it would have been more work. I'm not really a big fan of more work. But we've got Larissa that's going to be on the show today, and I actually got some items from her in the mail. I guess we got it the day before yesterday. So I love getting stuff in the mail. It feels like Christmas. And people send me stuff all the time, like CDs and T-shirts, and I feel so special when they do this. And when I get this stuff in the mail, it makes me feel kind of important. And I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you know, I really like going to BB King's and doing these interviews. First and foremost, I like to see the people that I've had on the show before, because a lot of these people, I call them my friend. And, you know, friends aren't people that you come across you don't make friends all the time. So it's cool to be able to actually meet some of these people in person. But then when I'm at BB King's, it gives me a chance to really feel, I guess, and I'm going to say it, I'm not ashamed to say it, but like somebody, you know, I get to go out there for 3 days, and we sit up in this private room, and then people come in. I'm here to see the Chris Top program. It makes me feel good, you know, and I'm okay with that. And I love my hobby. I love what I do. I love broadcasting and talking to you guys. Whenever I turn on my microphone, but it's just, I don't know, when I'm there in person with people face to face, it's a little different, and it's just, it's nice. It's really nice to have that, I guess, that escape. So anyway, but we have Larissa coming up. You're going to love her sound, and her music. What I like about her music, and I don't say this very often, but her songs, she gave us 3 songs, and all 3 of them are different. A lot of times you'll get a CD, and then you'll hear a certain type of song on there, and they all kind of sound the same. But with hers, they're all a little different, and that's nice, because you want that, I think, or at least I want that when I go out and I make a purchase and I buy some music to listen to. because you don't want to be tired of the whole CD after one song. You want to have you want to be able to switch it up, I guess is what I'm trying to say a little bit. And she does that nicely, I think, on hers. So Larissa coming right up on the Chris Top program.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was not able to speak until he was almost 4 years old. His teachers said he would never amount to much.
The Beatles.
The Beatles were rejected by a record company who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business."
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team.
Beethoven.
Beethoven's music teacher once told him that he was a hopeless composer.
The Chris Top program, working on being awesome worldwide.
Yeah! You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
You, my friends, are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program, and I'm here with my buddy today, and I feel like I can call you my good buddy because you actually sent me a gift in the mail.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, of course you can call me your good buddy.
Well, I felt so special because I took it out of our Allie actually went, my girlfriend actually, she brought it in, and I opened it up, and you had all kinds of stuff in there, and it was all signed and autographed and everything.
Well, of course.
So I felt really special. So it was cool to get that. Now, all the stuff that you sent me a couple of CDs, you sent me an autographed picture, a couple of pictures, I think, and then there was something else. What will you get the stuff?
A magnet.
Yeah, the magnets, the refrigerator. Now, can anybody get this stuff? Do you have all this stuff on your website, or is this stuff that you give out at concerts?
You know, some of that stuff is on there and some of it is not, but certainly if somebody wanted it, it certainly is there at the concerts and stuff. I guess I just don't have some of those things on the website.
Right. So it was just really cool, and you really put a lot of thought into this, and you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
My
That's
daughter,
very kind of you to say.
my daughter has red hair too.
She does.
Yeah, and it's just as pretty as yours, I have to say.
Well, I'm sure it is. You know, we are an elite class, if I can say that. There aren't a ton of us out there.
That's very true. Now, is your favorite color blue?
It's turquoise, but yeah.
Is that okay? See, I don't know my colors very well. If it's not in an 8-box of crayons, I'm not real sure what it is.
But I don't know how you'd tell that. I mean, it's not like everything that I sent you was not turquoise, so I don't know how you were able to tell that.
Right. Now, how long have you been in the business? You seem like a really seasoned pro. When I listen to your stuff, I mean, it sounds so well put together.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I've been doing music for many, many years. Since I was a little kid, as a lot of people are able to say. I kind of took a little hiatus from the music aspect after college a little bit, and then came back to it. And since it's been about 2010 since I've really been working on it, like very strong and like focusing on it was about 2010. So.
Yeah, I have no idea how old you are. I'm not going to ask, but I mean, it seems like you've been doing this for 50 years. Just because it's polished, and when I say that, it's in a good way because I mean it's very current. I mean, it sounds very fresh, your stuff. And we're going to get to the songs in particular. And I saved my favorite one for last. And
okay.
I'm not going to tell you which one it is. I'm going to keep you guessing.
I will be guessing.
I know I do this. This is how I taunt my guests sometimes. But I do love them all. And I'll tell you the first one I'm going to play. We'll play it in just a minute. But when I look at your pictures and I look at your photos and stuff, you seem like you're just so sweet and so genuine, and you probably are. But then when I heard this first song, I was like, wait a minute, she doesn't sound like she looks at all, because you've got a little bit of attitude and get on board.
Well, you know, And unfortunately, I wish that I could say that, I've not experienced or lived that song, but,
Sure.
I kind of did, so.
Absolutely. Oh, now, do you write all your songs?
On both of these albums that I sent you, I did. Yeah, I co-wrote all of them, and most of them were my ideas in the first place. And the reason being, from my standpoint, I like to connect with the lyrics, and it's easy for me to connect with the lyrics when it was my story, when it was something that I lived and something that I walked through. It makes it a lot easier because it's real to me.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about Get On Board. How do you relate to that, or what does that have to do with your life?
Well, the gentleman that I was dating at the time, of which I am no longer, he chose to not get on board, and so,
Right.
devastation is what happened.
Sure.
And so, that was actually, that initial idea came from my manager at the time, and I was telling him about things I was going through with this gentleman that I was dating, and he was like, "Oh, hey, I kind of have this idea," and he had a lot of the different lyrics for the chorus, and then as we were writing it, I was like, you need to put in this chugga chugga choo choo part. I was like, just go with me. I'm like, it's kind of crazy, but I'm like, listen to this. And he was like, I think that might work. And so that's kind of how it got the train theme, was from the chugga chugga choo choo that came a little later in the writing process.
It's so catchy, and I think that's probably Allie's favorite song, because we were listening to it the other day, and she goes, "I love that," and it's so easy to just I guess sing along to just automatically.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a fun one. It definitely is probably one of my favorites to perform live, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you write songs like that, and it has to do with a relationship, is it something that you write as sort of a way to say "ha"? Or is it something that you write as maybe closure?
Truthfully, it definitely is not a ha moment by any means. And I could understand where people would maybe think that, but it totally isn't. For me, writing is very therapeutic. It's very kind of cathartic, or whatever you want to say, and it helps me kind of work through issues in life and move past them and get on, and move to the next thing. And I also think to myself, if I'm going through this, I certainly, know that I'm not the only one ever who's been through this. And those are some of the best songs, I think, are the ones that you live through, because they're so real.
Sure, and I think that's why maybe I saved the song that I saved for last, because for me it was probably the most relatable. I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet.
I'm guessing. I'm going in my mind now. Which one's he talking about here?
I'm taunting you.
You are.
Now I'm excited because I'm going to get a chance to meet you at the CMA Fest.
Yes.
Now, are you gonna be there all 3 days?
I'm not certain exactly what my schedule will be during then, but I will look forward to that for sure.
Yeah, and you have to get with me soon, because I want to make sure we schedule a date and a time and everything.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, for that, because I'm excited. I want to meet you in person and maybe get you to play a couple for us live.
That would be awesome.
That would be fun. It would be a lot of fun. Now, we've got 3 songs to play, and we got about 30 minutes left, so I want to make sure we start squeezing these in. But the first one we're going to play is the one we've been talking about. It's called Get On Board. It's by Larissa, right here on the Chris Top program.
Chugga